Welcome to the Teach Joyfully podcast, where we talk about all things elementary teaching with some mom stuff thrown in. I'm Lisa Burns, a teacher success coach, veteran elementary teacher, and mom of 5. I'll be your host. Thanks for joining me today. All right, my friends, I am here today with a super fun guest. Her name is Ann Wiegmann. She just got married, and so she's now Ann Stafford. She is a mom, a high school science teacher. She's been a middle school teacher for a lot of years, and now she's new to the science sector in high school. And she has become a fitness partner to a bunch of other teachers, and it didn't actually start out that way. So welcome, Ann. I'm so excited that you're here.
Hi, thank you so much for having me today.
So you didn't actually start out with the intent to be a fitness partner to a bunch of teachers, did you?
No, it kind of just came to be with a lot of people and like-mindedness. My social media account on Instagram focuses a lot on my aspects of my life. My Instagram is Fit Teacher Momma, so I'm really into the aspect of fitness and living a healthier, balanced lifestyle, being a teacher, and then also being a mom. So those are three of the probably the most important things to me. So I, for accountability of myself, always post a post-workout picture after I work out, and it attracted attention of other people. They reached out and we sort of formed a little virtual fit club where we work with each other's schedules to motivate and hold each other accountable to live a healthier, more active life.
Awesome. Okay, so let's back up just a little bit. So I'm huge on teacher self-care, and I believe that fitness is a huge part of teacher self-care. Do you not?
Oh, I love it. It definitely is. We need to have that time to relieve stress and just have a little bit of our time for ourselves, because we always, as teachers and even as a mother too, you always put everyone before yourself, and you have to be able to take that time for you.
Absolutely. And it's true. We need that time for ourselves, but it is really easy to put everybody else first, isn't it? And there's a million ways to have excuses. Have you ever found where you're just making excuses for that fitness in your life? I know I have gone through phases of that.
Yes, excuses always come up. There's always something else that's on our to-do list that we end up thinking is more important than ourselves. But I've found since starting this virtual fit club, my excuses have kind of gone away, or they may come up, but, oh, I know that this other person is expecting me to be there today because we planned that with our schedules that we fit together. So if I don't show up, I'm letting them down. So by having that accountability with this group of people, the excuses kind of don't seem as important anymore. And you're making that arrangement to be there and someone else is relying on you. So that's been really helpful with excuses and trying to overcome them.
Yes, absolutely. And I think this year has been so very hard to maintain a fitness routine for so many people. And just all of the stresses of this year, it's been more than overwhelming for so many of us. And at different points and different times, we all go through it at a different phase, and it may come back around and haunt us. But we have got to get that stress out, and we have got to take care of ourselves. And it's not just important in this kind of a stressful year, but it's important all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. This year especially, I think it probably has a little bit more emphasis. I know for me, I started off the school year remotely, so I wasn't hardly moving at all during the school day. I literally was sitting in front of my computer for hours teaching virtually through Zooms with my students. So instead of being up, moving around the building, moving around the classroom to work with different groups of kids, I was literally stationary for hours a day. So that movement and that active movement through exercise really became something that my body craved. And finding a schedule to make it work, because of everything being so overwhelming, was really hard. But I really have enjoyed having this virtual fit club with other people and creating this small sort of community, because it's allowed us to have girl time to be able to talk with each other before and after our workouts. So a little bit of that communication and aspect of the isolation piece that came along with this year with COVID too, of just being able to connect with other people as well has been really beneficial.
Nice. Yes, absolutely. So, Anne, what exactly happened that you wound up starting this fitness kind of club? You, it's not like you set out to do that. That wasn't really your goal.
So when quarantine started back in March of 2020, I started to try to motivate myself to work out again. I was someone who liked to work out. I usually tried to do it before work. There were times I tried to do it after work, but that consistency and accountability piece of doing it long term was something that I always struggled with. So now that I was working at home, I had a little bit more flexibility in my schedule with hours, and I was starting to be able to more consistently work out and provide that stress relief for myself. So I was working out almost 5 days a week from March through the majority of the summer. And then school started again. So I moved across the country. I started in a brand new school district. Everything was online. It was a brand new curriculum. It was a lot of new stuff. And even with necessarily having new curriculum and everything, teaching completely online is so much different than teaching in person. So it was like reinventing the wheel, reinventing every lesson every day. And the first thing that went were my workouts. And I took away that me time for myself. The stress piled up, and I knew I had to figure out a way to incorporate that back into my daily routine. So I very slowly started to do it. And people reached out to me and were encouraged and motivated by me sharing my story on social media. And just very slowly, it just kind of came into fruition on its own. And we formed a group. It's 4 of us that meet periodically together, depending upon our schedules. You just know more than 4 right now, but usually it averages to about 2 or 3 when we come into working out together. And we just connect, and we've been doing it now since January.
Wow.
So it's been a little bit more than 5 months that we've connected together during the week. And sometimes on the weekdays, we talk about, hey, what are you doing this weekend? I really want someone to work out with. And we try to fix our schedules together to be able to stay on track and motivated with things.
Awesome. And, accountability is huge, isn't it? Feeling like you have someone else who's holding you accountable, but also someone you don't want to let down, because I think as our nature as teachers is, we're willing to do it for someone else more than we're willing to do it for ourselves, aren't we?
Oh, 100% agree.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So you have a few teachers who are regularly meeting, and you're working out together, and obviously it's flexible, so you have people who come in and out a little bit, just depends. And so how has that been going? Do you feel like you've been able to be more consistent? Do you feel like the stress level's down? What kinds of things are you experiencing?
I know for me, and I've asked other people in the group just how it's been as well. It's something that we all genuinely look forward to. It's kind of become almost the highlight of our day. We kind of can check in to see how things are going on in daily life, in the classroom, at home, as well. And then just being able to have fun together when we work out. It's very informal, but it's something that we generally really look forward to. And I think it's helped with having that consistency and routine of we do it every day at 3:30 Pacific time. So it's for me right after work, but it allows people on the East Coast to also be able to join and not have it too late. So it's flexibility for everyone across the country.
And so when you think about, how the group has gone, will you continue over the summer? Is this something that you see just continuing on long term?
So that's something we actually just recently started to talk about, is what we're going to do once summer started. And I think we have to kind of figure out what people want to do in terms of plans. I know some people are talking about teaching summer school, so that still prevents the morning time. But I think just being flexible and trying to work out a schedule that works for the majority of people so we can continue to have that relationship and accountability piece to be really helpful.
Nice. And how long are your workouts?
They usually average about 30 minutes.
Okay, so it's not a huge commitment. It's not like we're getting in online and you're committing to an hour, because sometimes it's hard to give an hour, but half an hour is very doable.
Yes, that was something that was really important because time is definitely a factor. And I feel that the 30 minutes is definitely enough to feel like you're getting something out of the workout. You're getting that movement in. You definitely get a good sweat with what we're doing within the 30 minutes, but it's not overdoing it. It's something that you can feel still very accomplished by, and not something like, oh, I have to work out and almost like dread it. It's something that still allows you to be able to look forward to that time frame, like the perfect amount of time.
Yes. Well, and that's motivating too, to feel like it's very doable, and to not feel like you're dreading it, because that's one of the reasons we quit, right? It's like, gosh, I don't even want to do this anymore, right?
Exactly. You don't want it to be something that you don't want to do. We try to mix up the different types of workouts we've done as well. We've done weight training based workouts. We've done some cardio. The one we're doing right now is very similar Zumba or dance like. And that's been really positive. And I definitely have had a huge change in my mood from the current style of workout, just because it doesn't even feel like you're working out. It's literally just kind of having fun for 30 minutes with a bunch of other people.
Yeah, and that's fun. I like that you mix it up, because it is easy to get boring after a while too. And, I mean, it gives everybody a chance to experience different things that maybe they would really like, and look for extra stuff in their neighborhood or in classes nearby too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, awesome. So are you open to new members? Is this something that you're open to? Are you open to helping other people start similar groups? What exactly are you doing with this at this point?
So we are always open to having more people join. I definitely love having people come and meeting new people, and being able to expand our group. It did just start off with me and one other person who I did know from back home in Baltimore. And then it slowly expanded to two other people that neither of us even knew. So we've kind of opened up a little bit of a friendship with some other people through this as well. So it's open to anyone who wants some additional accountability or support, who wants to be part of an active and fun sort of group. You don't have to be a teacher to be a part of this as well. Everyone needs self-care too. So it's definitely open to anyone who's interested for this sort of opportunity.
Well, wonderful. I think that um, this is also an opportunity, I think, for if people could contact you and just say, hey, we want to start our own group. What suggestions do you have? I think that might be really helpful. So if someone wanted to start their own group, what is it exactly that you would recommend? How should they begin?
So to have this, you have to figure out a time so that people are going to work and what you want to be able to accomplish in that time. I think having the consistent time that people know that they can rely on is something that's really important. So we've stuck to that 3:30 time pretty much every day in terms of when the Zoom meeting is going to be open. And then once it's open, we don't necessarily start right at that time. It gives us time for people to come on if they're running a little bit late, and gives us time to kind of touch base and connect. You also need to make sure that you have a reliable platform that you're going to be using for your virtual workouts, because that allows you to be able to see the people you're working out with, connect with them in a way, because you're not meeting face to face. And we do use Zoom because I have a membership, so I don't have to worry about that hour limit if the workouts in our conversation some days, because we stick on after and chat some days longer than others, with us being cut off in the middle of the workouts. And then I think you just have to be willing to have fun. This is not supposed to be something that's another thing that you have to do, but something that you should be looking forward to and trying to find that like joy and positivity by having some time for yourself.
Yeah. Now, are you using like a workout that you're watching together? Are you leading the workout? How are you managing that?
So for the piece for what we use for workouts, everyone has a subscription through Team Beachbody. So they stream the workout on their own because with the Zoom, the streaming of video quality usually decreases, especially the more people you have on. So everyone streams their own workouts. You'd have to use a similar program. And then we use the Zoom as a way for us to be able to see each other as we're working out. So when you start to get tired or you feel like you can't do it anymore, you look up and you see other people where it inspires you to kind of keep going. So we each have our own workout, and we usually have it lined up to be kind of tandem where we're starting the program sort of together. But that way we don't have to worry about glitches and things like that with streaming through the Zoom.
Very simple though too. And then if you miss, then you can still do it on your own and feel like, you got your workout in. If you just couldn't make it, you had meetings or something happened and you couldn't make it, then that's a nice way to still be able to manage that. So you're not excluded completely if you didn't get a chance to log in, but you just missed.
Exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. Very creative. I love it. I love it. I love how you've managed this and figured it out. And I could see how it would be so incredibly encouraging. I know I like working out with other people. So for me, that's really encouraging. Whereas like my husband is like, let me just go do my workout. Don't talk to me. Right. And that's fine. But I like working out with other people. I like classes. I do like that. And so for me, that's motivating. And if that's who you are, this would be really motivating for sure, especially when, you maybe don't have time to go to a gym or there isn't a gym that's open near you or for whatever reason. It's a nice way to do it.
Yeah, it definitely gives it that group class sort of fitness kind of feel as much as you can with still being able to do it on your own.
Right. Yeah. Well, and it's convenient, if you have it, you can be in your home or wherever you are and just do your workout. And so it's really convenient too. I love
it
that.
definitely is.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, and I am so excited about this. I think our listeners are just going to love this. And I will put in, is it okay if I give them a way to contact you through Instagram? And they can get hold of you through Instagram if they're interested and want more information?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Awesome. All right. So we'll put that in the show notes for you people, and then you can find Ann and connect with her and get more information if you're interested. So be great to really get on a good routine this summer before school starts again. I know a lot of people are really wanting to get back into a workout or maybe just struggling to stay with a workout. So it would be a good opportunity for them as well.
Yeah, of course.
And thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
All right, my friends, that's it. We are out of time and I'm out of breath. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you liked today's episode, I'd love it if you'd go to Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen and leave a review. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button so you'll never miss an episode. Also, you can continue the conversation online with me in my Facebook group, the Teach Joyfully Podcast Community, where elementary teachers can connect, get help, and encouragement for all kinds of education and parenting topics. You can find the show notes and all the links to resources mentioned in this episode on my website at www.hopeineducation.com/podcast. And remember, a happy teacher is a good teacher, and a happy mommy is a good mommy. Until next time, teach joyfully and take care of you.